another international tournament coming up. There's been so many of them this summer. Why not have another one? There's actually 4 this summer, so
Jesus.
But the CONCACAF Gold Cup is coming up. Qualification for the tournament is finishing up with the final games on the 6th of July. Trinidad and Tobago plays French Guyana, Haiti plays Bermuda, and Guatemala plays Guadalupe. The winners of those matches will go into the Gold Cup group stages, where, of course, we're Canadian. And we're in a group with the USA.
This is true.
Ouch.
I can't wait for that USA Canada game. Unfortunately, Cuba, they can't participate because the Cuban national football team can no longer continue its participation in the CONCACAF because they were not granted U.S. visas as a consequence of the U.S. blockade against Cuba. So Cuba got fucked. Didn't really know they had footballers there.
Really? I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, they weren't able to play their qualifying game, I think, against French Guyana because they didn't have, because of COVID stuff and like the restrictions.
Right. I want to talk about Canada first, just really quickly.
Yeah, go ahead, yeah.
I was thinking, they announced, I believe it was last week, that Io Akinola will committed to the Canadian team and he will be on that squad. That is officially scary for me. I think that is terrific for the national team, the Canadian national team.
I saw Fonzie tweeting about it. Do you know much about the player, Brett?
He is, I would say, a natural goal scorer. The way that he and not, I don't want to say entertainer, but kind of a facilitator almost, without really creating too much of a Jose Altidore type impact, if that makes sense. He kind of complements that type of player more. But I went during the bubble, I believe it was last year. It's so weird how time has been muddled. He really came out of his shell and really established himself as a solid goal scorer, solid attacking type player. And I really hope that him and Jonathan David and that pretty strong attacking side as well for Canada will really drive our stock up here. And I wasn't optimistic going into it with, obviously the States and Mexico, and there's so many other underlying teams there. But I'm starting to get that underdog hope for Canada.
Well, we have to keep in mind, I'm pretty sure Jonathan David was not called up because he's recovering from an injury.
Right, that's right.
But the USA and Mexico team, they are sending more so their local players rather than the players from Europe. Editor note, he is wrong about Mexico. They actually have a good team called up. Or that's not necessarily true, but like a lot of like the top players aren't getting called up. Like you won't see Pulisic, you won't see McKennie, players like that. You'll see some players like Hoppe from Schalke and things like that, and a lot of MLS players, Liga MX players. But yeah,
no, not like Reina or players like that.
Yeah, but another crazy thing about this Gold Cup, Qatar is participating.
What? Did they just find themselves ways in the fucking tournaments? I'm surprised they weren't at the Euros at this point.
It's like that Vine where it's like...
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Qatar playing Panama. Like, they were at the... Brett, I don't know if you knew this. They were at the Copa America like 2 years ago.
Oh, yes, I did know that, yeah.
They're like, we don't have our own tournaments. They do, actually.
They actually won the Asian Cup.
How do you find yourself in these? Like, I'm surprised they're not the Euros. I won't lie.
They're literally just like, I will do whatever I can to be in this tournament that is in our home soil.
They played against El Salvador too, just today.
What? How do they do?
They defeated them with 10 men.
Oh, come on!
Oh, wow.
What?
So the real dark horse for the Gold Cup is Qatar.
What?
That's not Jesus.
North American absolute. Beautiful North American spot. Qatar is a great team here for this Gold Cup. Unbelievable.
But keep in mind, I do think Qatar has some good players there that we don't know much about. The guy who scored against El Salvador, Almoez Ali, he was top goal scorer in the Asian Cup with 9 goals. Wow. Keep an eye on him.
Asia, North America. What? We have a globe.
I don't even know where it is. But this is where North America is.
That's where we're playing our tournament. They're from.
I'm guessing it's somewhere around here.
They're not in Africa, Brett.
They're not in Africa. They're in like
Somewhere. They're not here.
They're not there. Yeah. They're across the fucking ocean.
There's this area, and that is approximately where. The
I'm bewildered, to say the least. But let's just mention, so you mentioned Jonathan David. Yeah, he's not playing. He didn't call it up. But Alphonso Davies, one Canadian player to keep an eye on, I think, in my opinion, is Tajon Buchanan. Yeah. He's an up-and-coming player, so keep an eye on for him.
He actually scored yesterday against Columbus, and I saw his celebration. He was just shushing the Columbus crowd for some reason. I don't even know why.
I don't know. But if Canada, if anything, they'll probably start Kyle Larin up front. He's been good for them recently, especially in Turkey. So another Canadian to look out for is Stekow. How do you say it, Brad? Do you know? Stefan Estekio?
Oh, I'm not sure, but I have heard of them, I think.
Yeah, he's decent, but what team to look out for during the Gold Cup, in my opinion, is Suriname. Because if you look at some of their fucking players, Ryan Donk, Nigel Hasselbank, a lot of players who were Dutch are now Suriname.
Right.
Sean Kleiber, if you played a lot of FIFA.
Yes,
Kleiber is going to be on the team.
I have heard about this as well, just kind of the flip-flop.
Yeah, they're going to be somewhat of an interesting team to watch out for. If I look at Suriname national team real quick here, they're playing Jamaica in their first game. So if anyone's interested in CONCACAF and wants to watch some games, go check them out.
Yeah, and also, Curacao also, they're going to be a tough team. I remember I was playing Football Manager maybe a couple months ago, and I think they actually won the Gold Cup.
Jesus.
Wow.
Yeah, no, so Suriname have a lot of players just that play in the Eredivisie. Like, they have the Haps guy as well, who plays for Feyenoord. So, interesting. But do we wrap up the podcast around there? I think we talked about everything almost we could.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out where Qatar is.
I'm gonna Google this for you. Actually, Qatar on the map.
It's in the Middle East, I'm pretty sure.
I think it's actually a very small island in the Middle East.
I thought so too. Again, it is not.
Oh, it's America. It's right off the coast of the United Arab Emirates. So if you look at go to Saudi Arabia on your globe. It's literally like the size of Edmonton.
We found it! There it is. You probably will not be able to see it, but it is. I am pointing right there.
I'm sorry. I just got a little disgusted at the fact that a very small country like Qatar is hosting the World Cup. Well, that sounds very rude, but for good reason, I think.
It is there. And North America, for those who don't know.
I don't know what's more surprising, Qatar at the Gold Cup or Brett having 2 globes.
I have 6.
It's definitely the latter.
I'm a cultured man.